Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we started a new chapter, thermodynamics, and we also explained the zeroth law of thermodynamics in the last lecture. Today, we are going to discuss about the internal energy and the thermodynamic systems. So, first of all, we see what is the internal energy. What is internal energy? In the last year, in the 11th class, we learned that when two bodies having different temperatures are kept in contact or kept in the surrounding, what happen? For example, these are two bodies. This is hot and this is cold. What is hot body and cold body? Hot body means its temperature is greater than the surrounding. What is cold body? Cold body means its temperature is lower than the surrounding. So what happens in this case? In this case, this hot body releases the heat. And what happens in the case of cold body? It absorbs heat from the surrounding. So this is simple phenomena in which a hot body kept in the surrounding, it releases heat, and a cold body absorbs heat from the surrounding. So up to this level we learned in the 11th class, but some phenomena, for example, when we rub our palms, the heat is generated, or a vehicle, engine of a vehicle is in the running condition, then it get heated. So what is actually this heat comes from? What is the heat inside the body? What happen inside the body when the body releases the heat or it absorbs the heat? This could not be explained on this simple phenomena of release of heat or absorb of heat. So it can be explained on the basis of a new concept which is called as the internal energy. So by using this concept of internal energy, we can explain what happens when a body releases heat or it absorbs heat from the surrounding. So what is the internal energy? Internal energy is the energy associated with the random and disordered motion of the molecules. We know gas, liquid, solid, they contain molecules. When the motion of the molecule is random, disorder, then the energy associated with such molecules is called as the internal energy of the system. Okay, now what happened to the internal energy of gases, of solid, and of the liquid? So in the case of gases, what is the internal energy? We define internal energy as it is the energy associated. This is the energy associated with random and disordered motion of molecules. So, what is the internal energy? It is the energy associated with the random and disorder. There are two main words in this statement. It is random and disorder. What is random? Random means they are not traveling in a straight line. When the molecules, one molecule collide with the other molecule, it changes its direction and velocity. So we can say that they are in the random motion and they are in the disordered motion. Okay, so such energy associated with the random and disordered motion of the molecule is called as the internal energy. Very simple example. this is a very simple example by which we can explain this internal energy. So consider a glass which is filled with water is kept on the table. Then we can say that the body, that is the glass, is stationary. So what happens if the body is stationary? Its kinetic energy is equal to 0, because we know that it is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of the system is equal to 1 half mv square, where v is the velocity, but here what happens? It is kept, it is stationary, therefore its kinetic energy equal to 0. And we can also consider that the potential energy of the glass is also equal to 0. So this is the total energy of the glass is equal to 0, because kinetic energy equal to 0 and potential energy is also equal to 0. But we know that what is water? Water is a fluid which can flow, in which the molecules are random and in the disordered motion. So it possesses internal energy. Okay, so this is a very simple example in which we show that this kinetic energy, potential energy of the water in the glass is equal to 0. But what is the internal energy of the water? The internal energy of the water is not equal to 0, because the constituent particles, that are molecules, they are continuously moving in the glass. Okay, so it possesses the internal energy. So what about the internal energy of the gases, of the solid and liquid? So in the case of gases, we see that gases we consider of two types. They are monoatomic and they are polyatomic. So what happens in the case of monoatomic gas? Monoatomic gas, for example, helium, neon, they are the inert gases. Okay, so in such type of gases, what is the internal energy? The internal energy of the molecules of the system of this gas, helium gas or neon gas, is totally due to the translational kinetic energy. As this is a gas, monoatomic gas, we are considering that the intermolecular interaction forces between the molecules of the gas are negligible, so there is no potential energy term in this energy. So the internal energy of the monoatomic gas is totally due to the translational motion of the molecule, because it cannot vibrate, it cannot rotate, so the kinetic energy is due to only the translational motion or the linear motion of the molecule. Okay, what happened in the case of polyatomic gas? For example, CO2, carbon dioxide. Okay, what happened in the case of carbon dioxide, that is polyatomic gas? In this case, with addition with the translational kinetic energy, it also possesses the rotational kinetic energy, it is also possesses the vibrational energy. So in the case of polyatomic gases, the internal energy is due to translational plus rotational plus vibrational motion of the molecules. In this case also there is no potential energy term, because in the case of gases the intermolecular forces of attraction are so small such that they can be neglected to consider this gas as a real gas. Okay, so we can see that what happened in the case of polyatomic gas, the internal energy contains, it is the sum of translational kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, and the vibrational kinetic energy. The potential energy is obtained in this case. Now, what happens in the case of solids? In the case of liquid, what happens in the case of such two systems? In the case of gases, we see that it is translational plus translational, rotational and vibrational. But what happens in the case of liquid and what happens in the case of solid? So, in the case of liquid and solid, there are comparable intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules. Okay, in the liquid, the intermolecular forces are weak or moderate, and in the case of solid, they are very strong. So, we can say that there are the intermolecular forces present, and due to which we must add a potential energy term in this energy. So, what is the internal energy? This internal energy is all about the energy associated with the random and the disordered motion of the molecules. We can explain with the help of glass, in which kinetic energy, potential energy is equal to 0. And what happens to the internal energy in the case of monoatomic gas and the polyatomic gas? Now, we are moving towards a very important portion, which is nothing but the thermodynamic systems. What is thermodynamic system? Thermodynamic system is nothing but the bunch, or it is nothing but the collection of the objects which transfer heat to the surrounding. The bunch means it is the various type of object, they constitute a system. Okay, it is called as a thermodynamic system. So, thermodynamic system is the collection of the objects which can transfer heat to the surrounding. What is the surrounding? What is system? What is surrounding? System means it is the collection of objects which act as a unit and transfer heat to surrounding. They are called as the systems. And what is surrounding? Surrounding means the portion which is not the part of the system. It is called as a surrounding. For example, water in a glass beaker. In this case, this water is nothing but the system, and the environment around the border, around the beaker, is nothing but the surrounding. So, system is a collection of objects which act as a unit, a single piece, and it transfer heat to the surrounding. It is called as a system. What is surrounding? Surrounding is nothing but the part which is not the part of the system. That all is called as the surrounding or the environment. Now, on the basis of transfer of heat and matter, on the basis of transfer of heat and matter, these systems are classified into three types. They are closed system, open system and isolated system. So, we are going to discuss these three systems. The first system is nothing but the open system. What is open system? Open system means such type of thermodynamic system in which the energy as well as the matter exchange with the surrounding. Open system means in which the energy or the heat and what matter exchange with surrounding. Such type of system is called as an open system. So what is the example of open system? The example is the water boiling in kettle. Okay, now how this example explains this open system? So in the case of a water boiling in the kettle, the heat is escaped to the air as well as the steam, which is the part of the matter, is also exchanged with the air or surrounding. So in such case, water boiling in the kettle, it is open to the surrounding. The heat, that is energy, as well as steam, which is matter, is exchanged with the surrounding. So such type of system is called as the open system, in which energy, that is heat and matter, can be exchanged, can be transferred to the surrounding. Such type of system is called as the open system. Second, it is a closed system. So what happens in the case of closed system? In the case of closed system, heat can be transferred to the surrounding, but the matter can't transfer. That is, heat can be transferred, but matter can't. So the system, what is closed system means? Closed system means in which the heat is transferred, energy is transferred to the surrounding, but the matter can transfer to the surrounding. Such type of system is called as a closed system. What is the example of closed system? It is the water boiling in boiler. When a water is boiling in a boiler, the heat is exchanged through the boundary to the surrounding, but the matter, that is the heat, that is the steam, can't exchange with the surrounding. So such type of system in which the heat is transferred to the surrounding but the matter can't transfer to the surrounding, such type of system is called as a closed system. And the third system is called as the isolated. So what do you mean by isolated? Isolated means it is totally separated from the surrounding. So thermos flask is the very good example of the isolated system in which what happen? In which no heat, no matter transfer with the surrounding. So in the case of isolated system, heat, that is energy, and matter can't transfer with the surrounding. Such type of system is called as the isolated system. Thermos flask is a very good example of this isolated system. So In the today's lecture, we discuss about the internal energy as well as we discuss about the thermodynamic system. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the thermodynamic processes. So, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.